When asked to name a famous mob boss from history, a lot of people are going to say Al Capone. This man was famous not only for all the things he'd done before being sent to prison, but also for the things he had forgotten before being released. You see, Al Capone had contracted syphilis. It's a disease that eats away at your brain, your memories. So while in prison, not only was he losing touch with reality on a mental level, he was forgetting things like all the business dealings he had ever done, all of the people he had ever known, all of the $100 million he had hidden from the IRS, the memories of which all vanished, leaving nothing but the shell of a man. But tonight's not about Al Capone. Tonight is about a gentleman who, in 1986, with one live 2-hour television special, changes the face of documentary entertainment forever. That gentleman is Geraldo Rivera. It was with great enthusiasm that Geraldo Rivera, standing outside the front doors of this historic hotel, opened the live 2-hour televised event titled The Mystery of Al Capone's Vaults. This program would draw the curiosity of over 30 million viewers, making this broadcast the highest rated syndicated television special of all time. During the program, Mr. Rivera gives a tour of the Lexington Hotel, which included a hidden passageway used by Al Capone during his residence there from 1928 until his arrest in 1931. The show also featured interviews with American film actor and musician Charles Buddy Rogers and author and investigative journalist Robert St. John. The show's main focus, however, was a sealed chamber discovered beneath the hotel and the possibility that it could contain part or all of the over $100 million that Mr. Capone had supposedly hidden from the IRS before his incarceration. The sealed room was one of several vaults accidentally discovered in the early 80s by a construction company while surveying the property for a planned renovation. The plan was to open this sealed vault during the live broadcast. This concrete wall on that day in 1986 was the last thing standing between Mr. Rivera and the rest of his career. The question was, would the answer on the other side of it make his career or destroy it? 3 weeks before the actual airing of the TV special, work crews set about preparing the location for filming, and one of the first things they had to do was to drill several really small holes through the concrete wall. And there were two main reasons for this. One was so they could put a camera through one of the holes to see if there was anything they could see on the other side. There wasn't. There was too much debris in the way. Another reason was so that they could attach chains to the concrete slab. Once they had cut it free of the vertical pillars on either side, they can use a chain to pull it out of place. One of the more amusing aspects of the entire TV special, for me, was the guest list of people they were going to have present during the actual opening of the vault itself. Now, they had plenty of security for obvious reasons, but one of the less obvious reasons I found was they were hoping to find historical documents of some types inside the vault. They also had a medical examiner on site, just in case they found any bodies. And the most amusing part, at least in my opinion, was they had an IRS agent right there, right outside the door, to collect any money they may find once the vault was opened. So, by the time we get to April 21st, 1986, the stage was already set. The mini bulldozer attached to the chain starts moving forward. The chains on the wall tighten, and almost immediately the concrete slab falls forward with a really loud thud. It lands right in the dirt. Once the dust clears, Geraldo, all the people at the filming location, and the over 30 million viewers watching this very quickly noticed that there was absolutely nothing to see of note inside this vault. There was a lot of dirt. There were a few empty bottles, but there were no historical documents. There were no dead bodies. And most importantly, and sadly for the IRS, there was no trace of any money around. The look on Geraldo's face, crestfallen, mixed with a little bit of panic, I think is the best thing I can call it. This poor man, I can only imagine what those first few seconds of realization, how he was thinking about the future of his career. But, although considered a career blunder by many, Geraldo Rivera, with this TV special, helped pioneer what has been termed the no news type of program, where a hypothetical event may or may not happen, but is still hyped as a real news broadcast. This vein of entertainment paved the way for all of these reality TV shows that inundate our popular culture today. As for his career, less than a year after this special aired in 1986, Geraldo produced and hosted a talk show that ran for 11 years. And that's not to mention the shows he's been part of since, as well as being a regular news correspondent for CNN. In my opinion, this attorney-turned-investigative journalist has done really well for himself. But, as usual, there is a lot more to this story. In fact, I highly recommend you check out the original TV broadcast. You can watch the whole thing for free on his website at geraldo.com. I will be providing a link to it in my description below. So until next time, my fellow hidden history hunters, please keep digging. Thank you so much for watching.